payment being due and owing, he violates probation. The reason why I'm asking this, I want to make sure that it's real as opposed to some fantasy.
What the judge is asking you, are you going to be able to come up with the 10,000?
Yes.
Because he's going to make it as a condition of probation
I understand.
that you have to come up with 10,000.
Okay. Well, I just need to know a time frame, that's all, for sentencing.
Sentencing. The sentencing date is,
June 28th.
Not a problem.
Can you come up with it?
Yes.
but I'm telling you,
Yeah, that's
you're
fine.
waiving an ability to pay hearing. It's a condition of probation.
I understand.
And if that payment is not made following sentencing, because that will be a condition of probation, you're representing to me that you have the ability to make this payment.
Yes.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this today.
I understand.
All right. Anything further?
No, Your Honor, that's the state's understanding of the plea agreement.
It's also my understanding the state represents, they have no other people out there that are
That's correct.
That
is
you're
correct.
aware of.
That would wrap up the time period for this investigation. As outlined on that sheet that we referred to earlier.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand what you are charged with in this case?
Yes, I do.
Your attorney has indicated that you want to enter a guilty plea to those charges. Is that correct?
Yes.
Have you discussed those charges and you plea with your attorney?
Yes.
As he explains the charges to you,
Yes.
have you had enough time to discuss this matter with your attorney?
Yes, I have.
Do you need any further time with him?
No, I don't.
Has he answered any questions that you have?
He's answered them all.
All right. Are you satisfied with his services?
Yes.
Now, I have before me a plea agreement. Please review it with your attorney.
This is page.
It has the signatures of the prosecutor, your attorney, and yourself. Is that in fact your signature on the form?
Yes, it is.
Are all the statements set out on that form true?
Yes, they are.
Can you read and write English?
Yes.
Did you read that form and understand it before you signed it?
Yes, I have.
Did you discuss it with your attorney?
Yes, I have.
Is anybody forcing you to enter this plea?
No.
Are you doing it of your own free will?
Yes.
Now, you understand the significance of an oath?
Yes.
You understand what would happen if you made a false statement in this courtroom?
Yes.
Tell me.
But I would be subject to, I guess, perjury.
Up to 5 years in state prison. The reason why I point that out, sometimes people say things in a plea and then come back later and say something different. So it becomes a matter of whether it's true at the beginning or true at the end or not true in either case.
Correct.
I want to impress upon you the consequence and significance of the oath. That the statements that you're making, I am relying upon, and you are telling me that they are truthful, including the guilty plea stipulation form that was filled out. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, you should understand there are certain conditions of probation, concurrent sentence, probation only, no jail, restitution, good faith payment, $10,000 at sentencing, must seek full-time employment. See restitution list attached, total due $341,400. Show payment to Michael Shosha
Yes,
or others, he will receive credit. If Tebbenhoff violates probation, sentence will be consecutive. You understand what that means?
yes, I do.
Instead of 5 years, this is a third-degree offense?
That's correct, Judge.
3 degrees, Your Honor.
Basically, those 2 third degrees will be run consecutive purposes of a VOP. So let me give you an example. This is a hypothetical. We established that you're able to make X number of dollars and $100 is allocated for the restitution. Having said that, you failed to make even a single payment. That could be a violation of probation. All right. If you fail to make the payment, you fail to go to probation because you're supposed to go there weekly. If you fail to abide by any of their conditions, That could result in a violation of probation. If you come back for a violation of probation, it's not proof beyond a reasonable doubt with a jury. It's proof by a preponderance of the evidence before a judge. The judge makes the determination as to whether you're guilty or not guilty. So you should understand the difference, but there is a severe penalty that attaches if you're found guilty.
I understand.
Any questions so far?
I have two questions.
But do you want to speak with your attorney first?
And the second
He's concerned, Judge, about, because he's gonna be living in Pennsylvania during the week, because he's got a job in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Is it Allentown?
New Smith, Breiningsville, Pennsylvania.
Brandisville.
Right near Allentown.
Right there.
Well, he'll come back here for sentencing. He'll be placed on probation. After he signs up with Bergen County, I think, if I understand correctly, then probation will then be shifted to Pennsylvania. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I'm
If
just,
you want it, because he'll be coming back on weekends, but
yeah, I'm
it's
just
probably better.
concerned about,
You know something?
I'm just concerned about the weekly probation only because of, it's a lot of traveling that I've
That's,
been
you
doing.
have to work that out with them.
Okay.
But usually what happens, will you be living in New Jersey or Pennsylvania?
During the week, I'll be in Pennsylvania,
Listen to
and
me.
on some weekends.
Listen to me. We have what is called a domicile. You either live in one place or another. It's where your heart is, where your roots are, where your documentation is, where you vote from, where you register your car, where you may your tax forms from. The bottom line is there is a place that you call a domicile. Is it New Jersey or Pennsylvania?
Currently, it's New Jersey.
Well, for our purposes, it'll be New Jersey. At a later date, should you move to Pennsylvania, and you are in fact a Pennsylvania resident, then probation can be transferred. Is that understood?
Yes, it is.
Did you have another question?
The other problem, Judge, is that Mr. Shashu, I would ask the prosecutor to contact Mr. Shashu, not interfere with his employment so he can keep his job, so he makes money and pays people. Because Mr. Shashu is really